never forget where you're coming from. King Shanga set the trend. Yo, I want them. Mama.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you are a regular, thank you for tuning back in, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Alright guys, so yeah, another sit down video today. Yeah, and just open up a little bit to you guys. So I wanted to talk about, and the title will suggest this, right? I wanted to talk about feeling and considering moving back to the UK. Okay, so as many of you know, I've been here in Jamaica for a few years now. In the beginning, kind of off and on, but the move has become more permanent over the last few years, right? So I'm like here permanently, I considered moving back to the UK on a permanent basis. And guys, I'm honest with you, this wasn't even too long ago. This was probably a few months ago. Yeah, this was like a few months ago, and let me give you my reasoning why. So I'm always trying to be positive about my experiences in Jamaica, and you guys, like, I always pick up Jamaica, like, you guys know this. I'm always like, yeah, I love Jamaica, this, that, and that's true. Like, nothing's changed. Like, my feeling about being here, living here, and everything is the same. Like, nothing's changed about that. But the reason why I thought about going back to the UK and living there is really because of work, to be honest. Like, just work, like, work, and the opportunities that I felt like I could get from going back to the UK, right? So having been in Jamaica for a while, having started a business, and trying to expand our brand, and obviously we're doing YouTube, and all little bits and pieces. That's all great, and I love doing all of that. But that type of work is like this. It's up and down, and so you may get a week or a month or 2 months of just back to back bookings and tours, or looking for houses or looking for land for people, all of those things that our business service includes. But then you might have a dry spell where you go weeks or months. I'm not going to say months really, but weeks. Leading into months where you don't get anything, and sometimes that's seasonal. Sometimes it's low season. People are not really traveling to Jamaica, so don't really need your services like that. Like Easter, Christmas. Those are our busiest times, right? Seasonal. But in those times when things are quiet and you don't have that consistency, that consistent finance, that you do in having a 9-to-5 job. You know exactly what you're getting every month. You can balance your finances. In our world of work, it doesn't work like that. And of course, I knew this coming into it and starting. And at some point, I was really thinking about, you know what? I might as well just go back to the UK and work for, and it wasn't going to be a forever ever thing, but go and work for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, come back, do a few months in Jamaica, go back, So alternate, or, you know, or rotate, go be England for a few months, work, come back, you know, bring that pound over here, make that pound stretch more, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was something that I really considered, and spoke to Outlaw about it. I laugh. And I think you know why I laugh. If you know Outlaw, you probably know why I laugh, because don't get me wrong, he understood why I thought that. You know, when I broke it down to him and I explained, he completely understood. But for him, it was like, nah, you're gonna go and leave me for 3 months. Honestly, yeah, he just wasn't feeling it. Like, whenever I say I'm leaving to go to the UK, even if it's for like 2 weeks or a week, he's like, ugh. But, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do. So he wasn't really in favour of it. But I really, really considered it. And I considered it for months and months. Guys, it even got to the stage where I was online every day. It's like, I wouldn't say obsessing, but I was online every day looking at jobs. Like, looking at jobs in England. So, you know, I'm here and I'm looking at jobs in the UK to see, all right then, what opportunities is there? What you know, what could I go and do? What would work well for me in this situation? And I was looking online at things and thinking, okay, yeah. I mean, I didn't apply to anything, but just having a look. And when I went to the UK recently, that continued. I think my search intensified actually when I went back to the UK, because now I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to be here for a little while. I'm going to have the time to look, maybe apply, maybe, you know, if I get invited for any interviews, and then really think about it. And then if it means that I've got to stay on longer, then I'm going to have to break it to Outlaw, and I could stay. I mean, if you guys know, I was meant to be there for a while, and after 4 weeks I was like, nah, I've got to come back. So that didn't quite work out. But I think what deterred me from that, I don't know if it's the right word, but what deterred me from that was really when I spent that month in the UK, and I did a whole nother video on this, and seeing how things had changed, and how it wasn't the place that I left a few years ago, and how things are not as easy as they used to be, and how things are so much harder there. That deterred me, because I was thinking, so what I think I'm going to get, I'm not going to get. Where I think my finances will stretch, it's not going to. You know, it's just not. If I stay in the UK and I work, anything that I do there is just going to go into living expenses in the UK. It's not going to stretch. I didn't feel like it was going to be. I was going to be able to stretch anything and bring anything back. You know, because obviously the cost of living in the UK is just like ridiculous now, like many other places. And so that was the deterrent for me. And I think I said this in another video as well. It just made me realize how much opportunities there are in Jamaica. I think it was a kick up the backside I needed, right? So I had this grand idea, I'm going to go back to England, I'm going to get a job, it's going to be all good, I can work for 3 or 4 months, you know, it'll be good because, you know, I can bring that money back, still do what I need to do in the UK. But the reality, when I went back to England, the reality hit me very, very quickly. Within the first 3 or 4 days, the reality hit me quickly, and I was like, no, this ain't gonna work. Like, this ain't gonna work. Even though I was still looking for jobs and stuff, like, this isn't gonna work. And it definitely gave me a motivation to go harder, come back to Jamaica and go harder, because you know what? Opportunities are here. Opportunities are here. Now, the world of work, in terms of working in corporate or working in education or working for organizations, might not be the best choice for me in Jamaica here, because I just think the salaries here are just so low. Like, they need to be a lot higher. And so I didn't think it would work for me, but expanding and thinking about other things we could do, you know, other maybe small hustles, small little businesses, other things we could do, thinking about generating passive income, that kind of kicked in. I saw for me, I feel like there's more opportunities in Jamaica. So I came back. And yeah, not planning to go back to UK and, you know, carry out my original plan. And other things that I had to consider as well is that, I don't know, I knew that if I did go back, I wasn't going to feel as good, I wasn't going to feel as happy. You know, I know that, I already knew that already. But like I say before, every time I go back, it's just, for me, I just feel so, oh gosh, like it's dreary. Like, it's dreary for me. And I'm not mocking anything. I'm just saying, or I'm just saying for me it's so dreary. And could I really go back and have to deal with that if I didn't have to? And I just thought there must be another way. Like I've got to find an alternative. But yes, I really did consider moving back. Yeah, like crazy. Now that I think about it, it's like, whoa, really? Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. I guess it's a little story time, right? I don't know. It's just reality. I just wanted to share that with you, and I wonder, maybe there's people here that have moved from other countries, and at times they just feel like, oh my gosh, it'd be so much easier if I just moved back because, and on the other hand, maybe there's people who say, you know what? Regardless of all the struggles that I have to go through here, or regardless of the challenges I face here, and not everybody's facing challenges. Some people are living great. But for those who may be going through the little ups and downs here, regardless of that, they're like, no, I'm not going back. I'd rather face challenges here in Jamaica than face challenges in my, originating country. So yeah, yes guys, that was just a little bit about how I felt. Not feeling like that now, mind you. So you're stuck with me here. Outlaw stuck with me too. Yeah, so just sharing some of my, some of my reality, some of my journey. And I like to open up and be a little bit more vulnerable as well, Like I like doing videos like this because I just like to be like realistic and be transparent, be open, Yeah, like I feel comfortable in it and, do it without oversharing as well. I think I can be vulnerable, transparent, open without having to overshare things, So yes guys, leave a comment and let me know what you guys think and what's your experiences. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until the next time, datmisehtv.
This one has got to be now. Hey, Mr. Cruz. If it's money, we don't talk about it, cause we don't brag about it. House on the hill, that's how we go about it.